kids cardiac. Catch me in the Muni where the party at. Dog pound, turn up with the elf up on my starter cap. Brought him back, boy, we from the land and we proud of that. Louder man, front to the back, here we go, I got him shouting that. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go, Brownies. Stand up. Here we go, Brownies. Let's go. Game on the line, Joe Thomas, I promise. Jim Brown running through opponents, how I got this. I return like Josh Cripps. Hand for the mini, got the dog pound jumping. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go, Brownies. Stand up. Here we go, Brownies. Let's go.
Cleveland! This is for you!
This summer, leave the crowded bars behind and take your night out to the water. Nothing hits like sunsets over the Cleveland skyline, drinks in your hand, music blasting, and the city lights reflecting off the lake. The Good Time 3 turns an ordinary night out into the kind of experience your entire group talks about. Step aboard Cleveland's ultimate summer night out. Tickets are limited, so visit us online and reserve your spot now aboard the Good Time 3.
Here we go, Brownies Nations. We are here at Lorello Vineyards in Geneva, Ohio with Larry Lorello, the owner and founder of the winery, talking about the sparkling wine.
Yeah, so we have 3 wines that are sparkling here at Lorello Vineyards. We've got our Mia, which is Chardonnay and Pinot Noir blend. It's a brut wine, so it's dry. We have the Loving Linda, which is a Pinot Noir Rosé. So same Pinot Noir that's in that, but got some skin color to it. So it's got some color, but it's also dry. And then the last is Dolce Ida, which is named after my mother. And it's Muscat and Riesling with a touch of sweetness. It's going to be a real crowd pleaser.
So here we go, Brownies. Make the drive out to Lorello Vineyards, less than an hour from downtown Cleveland. Here we go, Brownies. Here we go. Woof, woof.
I know that choosing a realtor is a big decision, especially in a market like Cleveland. Hi, I'm Crystal John Toney with eXp Realty, and I grew up right here. I know these neighborhoods, the values, and where the real opportunities are. Whether you're buying your first home, upgrading, or investing, I'm here to guide you every step of the way and make sure that you don't leave money on the table. Let's make your next move a smart one.
Welcome in, everybody, to another episode of the Here We Go Brownies podcast. I'm Allie Ellery coming at you live from Pensacola, Florida. Joining me, as always, out in Cleveland, Ohio, we've got Dustin. Dustin, how are you?
I'm hot, Allie. I'm hot. It's hot, just like it is in Pensacola, Florida. I feel your hate, your pain of what it's like. I'm glad it's only here for 3 or 4 days and it can go away. But yeah, summer in Northeast Ohio sometimes is, by the way, it's crazy weather here, just in general. I always say Cleveland's not a real place. Like, it goes from 60 to 90.
Yeah, anything can happen in Cleveland, Ohio. Here it's a swamp. It is just consistently, mid 90s, super high humidity. It is an absolute swamp. It storms multiple times a day here. We're just kind of in that period right now. But speaking of kind of period, we're in the dead period when it comes to the National Football League. There is not much happening, not much going on. It's kind of a bit of a refresher. So on tonight's pod, we're just gonna have fun. There's really no new Browns updates or anything like that, or any big topics of conversation we can have that are meaningful. So we'll rather than boring you with like
the players are on a vacation, so
there's just not much. So we're just gonna have fun tonight. We've got a couple of segments that I think we can all have fun with that are interactive with you. So we encourage you, if you've got any questions, comments, concerns, whatever it is, drop it in the comments. We'd love to interact with you tonight as much as we can. But yeah, it's a swamp here, and I'm kind of enjoying this time, Dustin, where there's not a lot going on. Of course, we have baseball right now. Guards got a win today. Basketball free agency just started, so that's a bit chaotic. Big trade just 20 minutes ago. Jaylen Brown to the
76ers, right? 76ers,
didn't see that one coming. I mean, I figured he'd get traded, but I didn't see him going in the same division.
Maybe next week we're talking about LeBron James in Cleveland again next week.
Maybe. We're not talking about that, but listen, I know you grew up a Browns fan. I don't know if you grew up a diehard Cavs fan, but it I can't do it. I can't do it. If I speculate and say, oh, he's coming to Cleveland, and he doesn't, my hopes are up, and I'm not doing it tonight.
I'm going to say something live on a podcast that maybe you don't even know, Allie, but at the time, I was watching the game, right? So I did grow up a Cavs fan. So like my friend brainwashed me, Indians, Cavs, Browns. But of course, Browns are at the top. But I root for all Cleveland teams. I'm literally watching Game 7. And I got so emotional in it that I started crying. I cannot make this up. And my girlfriend at the time looked at me and she goes, "Are you all right?" And I said, "You have no idea what this means to the city of Cleveland and winning that championship for that city. This means the world to them. And this is huge beyond comparison." So yes, that was when Kyrie Irving made that shot, I was like, okay, this can't be real. This can't be real what is about to possibly happen. So yeah, Cavs fan, I suffered through the 2016 World Series. I mean, you name it. But
I'm not questioning your fandom. I'm just saying I'm
no.
I'm not.
I know this.
Doing it. We're gonna talk about
it puts fans through an emotional roller coaster. I know,
and I am not in the business. Listen, my emotions are already a roller coaster. We're not adding more to it. We're not doing that. We're not doing it. Let's bring David on. We've got a couple of fun segments we're gonna throw at you guys tonight. Before we do so, Dustin, something that's pretty exciting. Let me go ahead and share this so you can tell our listeners about it if I can pull it up. Goodness gracious. Over at Primetime Sports, 4th of July framing sale.
Yeah, guys, this is a killer deal. I don't know how to put it any other way. When you can get 2 vertical frames with the pictures in it and your item for $250, that's insane. Okay. Allie, you've gotten stuff professionally framed yourself. I mean, to get 2 things framed and they supply the pictures and the framing and the cutting and all that for basically $125 a frame. That's insane. So guys, go now there. I believe that's through July 5th their sell is. But yeah, get that over there. Go to primetime12.com. That's the smoking deal if you're a collector to add to your sports cave.
Yeah, totally. Do that. Let's bring on Dr. David Ullery. This is the medical moment. There is nothing really medical to talk about, right, David? Am I missing anything? How are you?
No, hi, Allie, hi, Dustin. I'm hot. I know you guys are talking about that. I know you guys are feeling it up there in Northwest Ohio or Northeast Ohio too, all across the Midwest. But I'm in our annex room, our fitness room, and it doesn't have the same insulation that the rest of the house does. So even though there's a air conditioner register, it's pretty toasty in here. So, but no, I'm great. But no, I mean, you're exactly right, Allie. I got nothing. There's no news.
Right.
We are as dead can be. It is the dog days of summer for sure now. And we just got baseball and NBA free agency. So I mean, the thought is always, is Quinn Chong going to be ready? Is Mike Hall going to be ready? Is Deshaun going to be ready? All these players. I got nothing. Since the last time we talked about it, there's been no change.
Yeah. And there probably isn't going to be.
I was going to say there is video out, I think today, of Deshaun throwing to somebody at Baldwin Wallace. He was practicing. So, I mean, he's just like, it's no different than him being at camp. But this guy's getting extra reps in because they can't do it on campus, obviously, during this dead period.
Yeah, there's just not much. I mean, there's your update, everybody. Deshaun Watson was throwing at another facility, and really that's it. Like, that's what we got. But, this is a fun time if you're, as invested as we have to be, from a professional standpoint. Kind of nice to be able to disconnect for like 3 weeks and not have much to talk about, because this team, as you all know, Browns fans, they put us through the ringer sometimes and make us talk about really difficult things we don't want to talk about, and sometimes make our jobs kind of difficult. So this is welcomed for now. And
so you jinxed us, Allie, because every time you say there isn't much to talk about, the next week something explodes.
Something explodes. We'll see you next week. All right, that wraps it up. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm probably so I want to start tonight's show with a segment called Time Machine. So we're each allowed one instance of going back in time and changing the course of history. Now, I want to preface with, don't do anything so far out of reach, right? Like, this is maybe, if you're looking at the draft, maybe 1 or 2 players that were available within reason of a certain draft position, or maybe there's one particular instance that you want to go back and change, or outcome of a game, injury. whatever it is, trade, whatever, that altered the course of this team. So, David, I'll kick it off with you. Kind of.
And I'm assuming 99 Ford, is that the guardrails we're working with, 99 Ford?
You can do whatever you want.
Doesn't
I mean,
have to
if
be.
there's
Okay.
if there's something that happened back in the day, go for it. It's all you.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Yeah, the newbie, I'll kick it off. Definitely a lot of ways could have gone with this. I don't have nearly the emotional attachment like we've talked about before, but either way, I can still see the value in certain things and like the mistakes that were made otherwise. So I'm going to take it back all the way to 2004. I like looking at drafts and kind of redrafting and seeing where picks went wrong, where decisions were made, and it's like, what is that? And in 2004, with the 6th overall pick of the draft, the Cleveland Browns selected Kellen Winslow, the second tight end. Now, if we know anything about Allie and her draft strategy, it is never take a tight end, maybe in the first round, but especially in the top 10. I mean, just for context, there have been 4 tight ends drafted in the top 10 ever. And
Wow.
he is actually, I think, the highest of all time. Those 4 include Kellen Winslow. I'm sorry, he's not the highest overall. So Kyle Pitts in 2021 was 4th overall. He's the highest taken tight end ever. Riley Odoms in 1972 was 5th overall. Kellen Winslow, 6th overall. Vernon Davis, 6th overall. Okay, I take it back. There were 6 of them. TJ Hawkinson and Eric Ebron. So you got 2 from the Lions there. Either way, we know that like taking tight ends, that it's just not a high value position. And while Kellen Winslow turned out to be a pretty good tight end, I mean, he played 10 seasons. He's a top 15 tight end in terms of yards and touchdowns. So, I mean, like, he did produce, but like, what did you do for me? What did you do for an organization? And like, what did you contribute? If we look just across the border, 5 picks down, everybody's favorite team to hate, the Pittsburgh Steelers, drafted none other than Big Ben Roethlisberger at pick number 11 overall. If I have a time machine, I am going back and telling whomever the GM was at that time, don't take Kellen Winslow, take Big Ben. He's going to get you 2 Super Bowls. He's going to be your starting quarterback for at least 15 seasons, and all of your problems are going to be solved for the next 2 decades. And I know this is fantasy. This is like time machine, go back and do it, but that's the exercise. That's what we're doing. And if I can make one move, it's that. I'm telling him, go get Ben. Get your franchise quarterback who will change the trajectory of your program for the next 2 decades and beyond.
Yeah, and I like that because, one, at the time, I mean, actually, no, regardless. I mean, he was an Ohio guy, right? Went to Miami, Ohio. Yep. The story would have written itself. Hometown guy comes in, franchise quarterback. Obviously, that didn't happen, and he went to our rival team, and the rest is history. But I like that because, he was just a few picks away. It could have happened. It was there. They just made a bad pick. And not even a bad pick. I mean, Kellen was good. He was a good tight end. Very, very serviceable, but not your franchise quarterback. There's a big difference. I like that. As much as we love to hate Big Ben, for obvious reasons, we would have loved him if he was a Cleveland Brown. That's for certain. Yeah. We have not had a franchise quarterback really since Bernie, so would have been nice. So yeah, I like that one. That would have changed a lot of things for this organization. Dustin, what about you? What's your machine move?
What was my machine move? Can I do 2? Can I do pre and post? Is that all right?
Yeah, sure, whatever.
All right. So pre 99, and I can almost. I was go. By the way, there's a movie, by the way, if you guys have not seen it, called The Hot Tub Time Machine, and it actually references this moment in Cleveland sports history. And somebody makes a bet. I can't make this up. You should rent Hot Tub Time Machine, and you'll understand exactly where I'm going with this. But if I would go back in time, it would be Ernest Biner hangs onto that football and ends up in the end zone. Because more than likely, the Cleveland Browns can say, at least at this point in history, they would have gotten at least to a Super Bowl. We don't know if they would have won it, but they absolutely would have been in a Super Bowl. So that would be what I would do, because that pretty much, I think, would have basically cemented the football game.
Yeah, I mean, it's what? Isn't it the switch it to the outside hand? Like, you're just carrying it on the wrong side of the field. He puts it on his outside arm and it doesn't get popped out. So yeah, I mean, that's an easy fundamental thing. So I hear you there.
Yeah, so that's just the fate of the Cleveland Browns. Second, I take Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
as a Cleveland Brown, because then you probably build around that. That's in 2017. That's before
You had the number 1 overall pick. You drafted Miles Garrett.
You had the number. Yeah,
awesome
you had,
player, but
you had the number 1 overall pick. You take Patrick Mahomes. You build around him, and maybe there's a Lombardi stacking up in Cleveland instead of Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah.
So those are my pre and post 99 post. 99.
I'll do 2 as well, just because why not? We don't have anything else to talk about. I like that one. I think that's a good one. Another one to consider, this is maybe more of an honorable mention, but in 2018, you drafted Baker first overall when you had Josh Allen available.
Yep. I was going to go Josh. That, by the way,
that's another one. But I mean, when you in 2017 could have had Patrick Mahomes. So yeah, man, hindsight sucks. My two are 2 incredibly pivotal moments for this franchise. My first being the move. I would go back in time. I would stop the move. I don't know what I have to do to Art Modell to stop that, but I would do it. And I would keep the Browns in Cleveland. Baltimore Ravens do not exist. Now, that's great for several reasons. One, that team stays. That's a very good football team. They stay. We're probably looking at, again, hard to say if they ever win a Super Bowl, but getting to. Most likely, they had the talent. They could have done it with that foundation.
And Ozzie Newsome has been on record saying he would not have changed anything from his draft analysis and status, because he would have kept doing what he was doing with the players and additions and subtractions.
And the other element of that is, well, then the Ravens aren't the Ravens, and that completely changes the dynamic of the NFL and what the divisions look like, and the havoc that they've absolutely wrecked on the AFC North. So, yeah, I think that's one that I would absolutely go back and change, because for how many Browns fans, that was just the worst couple of years of their fandom. Not having a team. I mean, imagine today that happening. That is just, I mean, obviously it sucked then, but in the day of social media with the way that technology is now, it's just, you can't even fathom it.
Well, just to add a little side note to that, when the Cleveland Browns left and didn't exist for 3 years, that is the consecutive sellouts for the Cleveland Indians, where they went on a rampage and had consecutive sellouts and still have the Major League Baseball record for consecutive sellouts. I mean, those Browns fans literally just filled up Jacobs Field.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So that would be one thing I would say. Let's not do that. Let's go back in time and fix that nasty situation. Second one is, probably the next worst decision. Next horrible decision in franchise history. I'm not making the trade. I'm going back in time, and the Browns are not making the trade for Deshaun Watson. They're not giving up 3 first-round picks that are, detrimental to the development of this team. They are not trading for somebody that comes with such controversy, and they're not taking a risk on somebody that hadn't played. They came in with a lot of rust, regardless of what the off-the-field situation was. I would go back in time and I would cancel that trade, veto that trade, whatever it looks like. And I'm not saying that they stick with Baker. I don't know what the quarterback situation would look like if they didn't make that trade. Maybe there was somebody else that they could have traded for. Maybe, I don't know. It's hard to say. But with all that came with that trade, everything from the financial structure to the first round picks to the controversy of the player, I would go back in time. I would say, get out of here. We're sticking with David Ullery at quarterback. Doesn't matter. It is what it is.
And when you have Patrick Mahomes in 2017, you never.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it. That'd be great. So, I think this exercise is really easy for us. We could probably do this for 2 hours. Come up with different things that you would want to change about this team, and they would all be valid. I don't think any of us would be like, maybe not. No, this team has made some really bad decisions from my entire lifetime, and I'm sure for most of yours. And draft busts to selecting the wrong guy to the trade, the move, the drive, the fumble, whatever. There are so many things that you could go back.
Well, how about this? I mean, you could just say the city, the shot. I mean, you could go on and on. I mean,
so many.
The rain delay.
Hugh Jackson.
Yeah. Hugh Jackson's one of them. Another one that came to mind was I would go back in time. Actually, the Kansas City playoff game, the one you were at. Dustin, the
I was there. I was there.
Go back and see that.
That was a tough show to do post game. Like that was
That's probably the worst.
And Clay Matthews to keep it in check was I mean, he was pissed. You could tell he was just pissed.
That was one of the worst shows we've ever done. One of the best, most memorable shows we've ever done, because Dustin's in a hotel room in Kansas City following the loss. I mean, 20 minutes after that loss, I'm just beside myself. And oh, by the way, we have Clay Matthews on the podcast that we're interviewing and trying to process all of this with. And that was unhinged, Dustin. That was crazy.
But you know, it was an emotional. You know what? It was an emotional, raw, good show because of that. Because it was raw emotions in the moment. So
it was. That was crazy. But one of the most memorable shows I think that we've done. That's a fun segment we could do. Our most memorable moments on this podcast, because we've been doing this for 7 years. We got plenty of those. I think that one might be number one on the list, if we're being honest.
No. I would say the number one craziest thing that ever happened to our show, and you're going to remember this.
Yeah, I already know.
Yeah, where somebody overtook our stream. This is before StreamYard. And there were some certain things on the screen, and Allie basically said, "Yep, that's the end of the podcast."
I ended the show. It was bad. We were doing so this was way before StreamYard. We were on Zoom. Yeah. And we were broadcasting to Facebook. I think that was like the only thing we could do at the time. And it was like a happy hour we were doing. So we had some of our listeners join us. Actually, they were able to come on the show, and somehow the link ended up getting leaked. And we had some very, very inappropriate things that came on.
Oh my god!
Inappropriate.
Not
as well,
David, not like rated X or PG, but like things that you should never put on a screen. Like it was like we were like, okay, well that's okay. Like, how do you stop that? Yeah,
that was bad. So yeah, that one not so great. We've had our ups and downs on this show, and always remind you.
David finished in the show a few weeks ago. That might be in the top 10.
It's on the list, yeah.
Time's up there for sure.
I'm texting David like, just I got you. I'll end the show. You got this. Go. Like I can't. There's no return at this point.
It's a rite of passage, David. You got to have a crazy show if you want to be on this podcast. That's the way it goes.
I enjoyed it.
So there you go. There's your time machine segment. If you guys have any that you want to pop in the comments, please do so. I'd love to know what you would change with this team, because
Brian, Angel, definitely interject, please.
What are you changing with this team? Let us know. All right, let's move on. Let's kind of shift to a draft strategy. We're going to do an all AFC North draft. So it's current players. Now I'm going to write down here what we're doing, but I will randomize who goes first. We're going to do a snake draft. We are individually drafting quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end, flex. So your flex being running back, wide receiver, tight end, offensive line. That's the entire offensive line for that team, and one defensive player. So kind of do this however you want to, take up any strategy you would like to, but you can only draft your team from current players of the AFC North.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and get into it here. Before we do so, just a quick word from our friends over at Stadium Mustard. Guys, if you don't have Stadium Mustard in your kitchen this season, you are doing it wrong. The iconic brand, the iconic taste, beloved from ballparks to backyards and everywhere in between. Stadium Mustard is a smooth brown mustard rich in both taste and tradition, and is loved by millions. So be sure to head on over to stadiummustard.com to shop now. David, I'm really sorry that every time I put that graphic up, it just completely covers. It's not even. It doesn't cover your entire screen. It's just your body.
David the mustard head. I love it.
I mean, the mustard's the star of the show, so it's totally understandable.
It's true. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put our names into a random list generator here. That way it's totally random. All right, I'm going to hit go. All right. No. So we're doing snake style. So Dustin, you hold the number 1 overall pick. David, you're 2, and Allie, you're 3. So Dustin, you are up first. Who you taking?
All AFC North draft. Okay. Well, Just like the fantasy football, you never take your quarterback first. So with that, I take Derrick Henry of the Baltimore Ravens for my running back.
Okay. All right.
Oh, well, I see what you did there, Dustin, in terms of kind of taking the fantasy strategy. That's a good pick because that was going to be my pick if you didn't take him because the value at running back drops off pretty quickly behind him. But that being said, with you getting that running back and there's just kind of, everyone's about the same behind him, I think I'm going to take a quarterback then. And I am going to go with, Lamar.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the obvious one, I think. Well, because Dustin, you didn't take a quarterback, David, you did. I'm taking a quarterback here because I'm not going to risk not having who I want. And I think there's a pretty big drop off here. So I'm going to go with Joe Burrow as my quarterback. And then I go again here. And I think there's a significant drop off at receiver. Give me Jamar Chase.
Yeah. I mean, I think those are great picks. You got those two thrown to each other in real life anyway, and we know what it looks like. All right. So then staying back up to me. With running backs, there's such a big drop off. I think for me here, I'm gonna go with wide receiver as well, and I'm actually gonna go T Higgins here. I think T Higgins is as good as any other wide receiver one in the division, and I think he can produce with Lamar throwing the ball to him.
I like that pick. Listen, I know he's technically wide receiver 2 on his own team, but I think any other team, he's in competition to be receiver 1. So I think that's a great pick. All right, Dustin, you're up here. You've got the next 2 picks.
Are we doing 2 wide receivers in this draft? Or
no, just 1.
Okay, well.
Plus a flex. So
yeah, but you have a flex.
I'm going to go Zay Flowers. I'm going to go ahead and take a wide receiver here.
All right, Zay Flowers, and you are up again. We're doing snake style.
And I can choose from quarterback. I don't have a quarterback, but you guys already picked quarterback, so you're not going to do that again. I'm going to take the offensive line of the Ravens.
Okay. All right. Ravens offensive line. Cool. All right, David, you are up next.
I'm going to go. Oh, man. I'm going to go with my tight end here, actually. I'm going to go Mark Andrews.
Mark Andrews. Okay. This is interesting.
Yeah.
I'm thinking here, I'm probably going to grab my running back because I think there's actually, no, I really, because there's such a drop off at receiver. Now, I know I already have Jamar Chase, but I'm thinking ahead here. My flex. Give me DK Metcalf at my flex. Mm-hmm. I'm going to take Harold Fannin Jr. as my tight end.
Nice.
So it leaves me with running back, offensive line, and defensive player. David, you are up next, and you need a running back, a flex, offensive line, and defensive player.
I'm sticking at flex here just because, like you said, wide receiver gets thin. I know, I guess actually wide receiver is kind of all filled out. But just to kind of fill my positions here, I'm going to go Michael Pittman Jr. I think he's a wide receiver 2. Again, obviously behind DK. I've got 2 wide receiver 2s here, but he was, sharing the time at wide receiver 1 in Indy. So I like Michael Pittman Jr. here.
All right, cool. All right, Dustin, you've got the next 2.
Okay, so defensive player, best defensive player, basically, right? Is kind
of take whoever you want, any individual defensive player.
Yeah, so I'm just saying this. It's not a bias or non-bias thing, but Myles Garrett's no longer in the AFC North. Second best player is probably TJ Watt. Quite frankly, he's probably the best player outside Myles Garrett. So I'm going to go with TJ Watt.
I think it's a good pick.
And then I'm going to go breakout year, my boy, Harold Fannin Jr.
I already have Harold Fannin Jr. He's awesome. Oh. Can't have him.
There we go.
Sorry about it.
No, that's okay. So
I wanted to grab him because I thought you might, and I was like, I'm not having it.
All right, so I have, you know what, so I have my running back, I have my wide receiver, I have my offensive line, I have my defensive player. So I need a flex and a quarterback, right?
That's you need a flex tight end quarterback is what you need.
Give me. I need a tight end. Who else should I take? It just gave me who's a tight. Oh, I can see him. What's the tight end for the Ravens?
Well, Mark Andrews, but David has him, so you cannot take him.
Okay. Well, I mean that leaves me. Okay, who's the tight end for the Bengals? I mean that's all that's left. Really, right?
Do you know the tight end of the?
I can't think of his name. I can picture Andrews, but I don't know who the
All right,
tight end.
is that who you want? You want Mike Gesicki, or do you want Pat
Yeah.
Fryer? Those are your options.
Who are my two options?
The two options are Mike Gesicki and Pat Fryermuth. Unless you wanted to go, well, I mean, you could obviously also go Drew Sample, or if you
I'll go with
Darnell Washington.
I'll go with the Bengals tight end, the first one you said. I'll go with that.
Okay. All right.
David. Not good choices, but it is what it is.
David, you're up.
Okay, I'm up. Yep. I am going to go. I'm going to go with my defensive player here, and I'm going to take Kyle Hamilton.
Yeah. Yep. I was thinking that's what you were going to do, which sucks because that's what I wanted to do. Doesn't matter. I can make that my last pick. Really, for me, it's between my running back. So really looking at Chase Brown or Quinshawn. I really like Chase Brown. I think he can do a lot of things. Catch the ball out of the backfield. He's a good enough runner of the football. Quinshawn coming off of an injury. I'm going to go with Chase Brown here as my running back.
That's right.
And then I'm going to take my defensive player. I'll take Jared Verse, right? TJ Watt to Dustin. Yeah. You have Kyle Hamilton. Give me Jared Verse. Listen, totally. I think that's the defensive players in the AFC North are pretty deep. Really considered Roquan Smith there. I mean, you could go so many ways with this. Carson Schlesinger. There's so many ways you could go with it, but I'm going to go Jared Verse here. Maybe I should have taken Roquan Smith, but I don't know. All right, David, you're up here, and you need a running back and an offensive line.
I'm going to go with Quinshawn. I think that's the next best in the division. I'm going to take him over Jalen Warren.
Okay. All right, Dustin, you're up. You need a quarterback and a flex.
So my flex, did nobody take DK Metcalf?
I have DK Metcalf.
Damn it. Okay. Who else could I go with? Chase Brown's gone. Derrick Henry's gone. Mark Chase is gone. I don't even know who to take as a flex.
Yeah, that's why I mean.
Yeah, I know.
You got to be strategic here. You got to be strategic.
That's why you're good. So
the best, actually.
What's that?
The best, actually. The best.
Yeah, just like that game that you guys played last week, and
hey, we can do it again. We can play it tonight.
I think we should play that tonight.
All right, we can do it.
Allie just picks. I don't even know who to pick. Give me a player for flex. And am I going twice?
You want me to do that? I mean, you want me to pick your player?
Well, I mean, we're down to
sabotage you if I.
Well, I mean, I could take a quarterback here. I mean,
you need to take.
You can take a quarterback, but.
Yeah,
there's all of the Browns wide receivers are still available. Steelers have some running backs available.
Oh, well then, yeah. If I'll give me Casey Concepcion then as a flex, right. I'll take him.
All right. And your quarterback, you have to say.
Well, I mean, Shedeur Sanders. I mean, I don't really have a choice at this point.
You could take Aaron Rodgers.
Oh.
There are 4 teams in the division. You absolutely have a choice.
Oh, well, I mean, do I take a 20-something-year-old Shedeur?
I'm not.
I don't. You know, I probably should take a Hall of Fame quarterback. Yeah, I probably should take Aaron Rodgers.
I would take Aaron Rodgers. Yeah.
Yeah.
The way I would go there. All right, David, you are.
But now watch. Come December, we're gonna have a redo of the show and be like, yeah, well, look at Shedeur had a Pro Bowl season.
True, but I mean, the argument right now is,
based on paper. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, you want to go you're going with the Hall of Fame quarterback any day of the week right now. David, your offensive line is.
I mean, this is a coin toss in terms of what these teams are going to do this year. Just give me the Browns. I'm optimistic about what's going on there, so I'll take Cleveland.
I'll take the Steelers. I think, honest to God, any of the AFC North offensive lines, they're pretty kind of mid. I don't think there's any team that's just heads and shoulders above the rest. So I think leaving that to your last one is totally fine. So I will read you the teams, and you can vote in the comments on who has the best team. Dustin, his quarterback is Aaron Rodgers, Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, Mike Gesicki, Casey Concepcion at flex with the Ravens offensive line and TJ Watt. David, you have Lamar Jackson, Sean Judkins, T. Higgins, Mark Andrews, Michael Pittman Jr., Browns offensive line, and Kyle Hamilton. I almost say Kyle Pitts. And I have Joe Burrow, Chase Brown, Jamar Chase, Harold Fannin Jr., DK Metcalf, Steelers offensive line, and Jared Verse. So obviously this is a difficult thing to do, right?
Because those are all pretty evenly matched teams when you like do a scramble of players when you think about it, because one of us has a weakness and strength on them. I was listening to that. Those are kind of even. I mean, there's a lot of, I don't know, that's pretty even across the board. What do you think?
I disagree.
Well, I mean, I got the top running back with a veteran quarterback, right? I mean, like, it's not crazy. Like,
yeah. You know, and the fun thing about this is it's totally subjective, and we will never know because none of these lineups will ever actually exist. So, all right, real quick before we move on, want to get through a couple of reads here. Dustin, why don't you tell our listeners about City Barbecue?
Yeah, guys, if you haven't had it, check it out. 6 Northeast Ohio locations to serve you. It's 4th of July. Who doesn't want some barbecue? Who doesn't want to go in and get some stuff for the family this weekend? Also, try the family 4-packs and all the other amazing things they have, including their bread pudding, by the way. That is phenomenal. And, of course, they're down in Columbus as well, or wherever you're at. Look for City Barbecue.
Yeah. All right, so I will leave it up to you guys. Do you guys want to play what we did last week, game of 17-0, and have competing, kind of do the same thing, another draft, or do we want to play a game of guess the stat?
Do we have time to do both?
Potentially. All right, let's play a game of guess the stat. I've got some written down here. I don't have a lot because it's kind of hard to do, but I will let you guys talk amongst yourselves and see if you can identify who these players are. So the first one I have is only 2 Browns receivers since 99 have topped 1,300 receiving yards. Who are they?
I have one.
1,300.
1,300, yeah.
I have one in my mind. And David, I'll let you go. I'm going to give you my first one of 2. Josh Gordon. He had a phenomenal year one time.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
So
this is I gotta kind of pull from the depths here, and I'm not sure, but I think he had one really good year, but I don't know if it was 1,300. Terrell Pryor.
They have a 1,000-yard season.
Not 1,300.
I will wait until you guys give me your final answer.
So 1,300 plus, and we know Josh Gordon is in that category as number 1 of 2.
Yep.
Oh, I think I have it.
Let's hear it.
Amari Cooper.
You are correct. It is
Josh
Gordon and Amari Cooper. Yeah, that is correct.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, let's turn over to special teams. We don't do this very often, but only 2 Browns kickers have made 30-plus field goals in a season. Who are they?
Is this post 99? I'm assuming we're going with post 99.
Doesn't specify. So
30-plus in a season?
I would imagine this is post.
I'm gonna say GOAT Phil Dawson. He's got to be one of them.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
That was my first guess, and then I mean maybe it just escaped me. I just had it.
But we don't know if this is pre or post 99. Is that correct, Alan?
I will tell you it's post 99.
Oh, well, then I think the other one, 30 in a season. And we know Phil Dawson, so that's the obvious one coming out of 99. And there's another one with 30. So David, it's got to be somebody that was here a decent amount of time. So that's where our mind has to be.
It's I literally just had his name and it just escaped me, and this is ridiculous.
What year did he play, David? What year?
I mean, he came from the Chargers. Oh my gosh. You're
talking about Hopkins?
Yes, Dustin Hopkins.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. You're correct. It is. Yeah. It is Phil Dawson.
Teamwork. We got this.
Yeah.
This is good. All right.
Okay. I'm going to now read you some stats. I want you to tell me who the player is. Okay. So this player has made 1 Pro Bowl in his career, was on the cover of Madden, and has never rushed for 1,200 yards.
I got it.
Yeah, that's an easy one. Good.
Peyton Hillis.
Yeah, that was an easy one. Okay, how about this one though? This one may be a little bit more difficult, but This player holds the Browns' tight end record for receiving touchdowns in a season. He's made a Pro Bowl, and he did not record a 1,000-yard season until he was 30 years old. Who is it?
Now this is post 99. Is that? Can we assume that? I think, is that David Njoku? I'm going to go with David Njoku because
Not David Njoku.
Gary Barnage.
It is Gary Barnage.
Oh,
Yes!
by the way, Gary Barnage, by the way, and Bridget of the Browns, they're getting married. I don't know if you guys know this. This is like national news, but Bridget, the main gal that does the MC for the Browns, is marrying Gary Barnage. That's a real thing. So
That's exciting. I did not know that. Congratulations to the Barnages. All right.
congratulations to the Barnages. I don't think I've ever heard that term ever. That's
Not
funny.
yet. Not yet. They're going to get a lot of that hopefully soon. All right. Last one I have for you here. Quarterbacks. Only 4 quarterbacks have thrown for 20-plus touchdowns in a season since 99. Who are they?
20.
Baker.
Well, I'm going to go Kelly Holcomb.
No.
I think Baker's probably one of them.
Who? Baker?
Yeah.
Baker's on the list. Yep.
I figure, yeah, Baker would be on that list because of the playoff season too. The 2020 season was, yeah, that makes sense. How did you say 3?
4.
4.
20 touchdowns. I mean, this might sound crazy in a shortened season. Is it Joe Flacco? Is that even a thing?
No.
Was he even close? I feel like he had to be somewhat close, even though he played 6 games. 20 touchdowns. There's 3 more, David. Well, hang on. So it wasn't Kelly Holcomb. So I'm going to go. Hang on. It's coming to me. It's the guy that Johnny Manziel bitches about all the time. Brian Andrew.
Brian Hoyer.
Brian Hoyer?
Brian
It
Hoyer.
is not. Brian Hoyer had 19.
Ooh.
Okay, so
What about Derek Anderson?
Derek
Yeah,
Anderson is
that was-
on this list. Yep, you've got Derek Anderson.
so we got 2 of 4. Maybe there's one more.
Derek Anderson.
20 touchdowns is a lot. That's basically
Yeah.
The Browns. Yeah.
Yeah, especially.
I mean, this is going to sound crazy. Tim Couch.
Tim Couch is there. Yeah.
Yep.
you've got
All
Tim
right.
Couch.
Okay, Tim Couch. Because I mean, he played for 3 or 4 years, and there was okay. So Tim Couch.
Yep.
So that's 3. Tim Couch. Just trying to think. I can see
Oh, boy.
Craig's note there.
So I'll give you a hint. Okay, this next player, they did have 20 touchdowns in a season, just not with the Browns. It was with another team.
Oh, the trick there! I thought they had to have 20 with the
So all of
Browns.
them, yes, all of them, all of the others, yes. But this last one here,
Okay.
I will give you a hint. A bit
So
more recent, a bit more of a recent quarterback,
Okay.
but not with the team.
So played for the Browns, left the Browns, threw 20 touchdowns.
Yeah.
But former Browns quarterback. Interesting. Okay.
Oh, geez. Actually, I don't like that rule. Let's not guess that because there's multiple then that didn't make this list, like Joe Flacco, for example, and he's not one.
Yeah.
So
Was it
I'll
Jacoby?
give you the last one. It was Jameis. He went on,
Yeah.
Oh,
at 28, I believe, at one point. So 33 in Tampa Bay. So well, with the 3 with the team, Baker,
Okay.
Derek Anderson,
So,
Tim Couch.
but so since '99, there have only been 3 seasons where one quarterback has thrown for 20 touchdowns or more.
Yeah.
For the Browns.
Yeah.
that means that's averaging every 8 or 9 years, David, basically.
Yeah, you got to get the quarterback right. I mean, this goes back to how many conversations have we had, guys, about the
But
quarterback?
one guy had 19, so he was right on the cusp.
Yeah, but man, that's tough to look
It
at.
goes
That is
back
tough.
to our original game that we played.
Yeah.
What
Get
if?
get the quarterback right. It matters so
Right.
much. It
We got
matters so
10 to
much.
15 minutes. Can we do
All right,
all
let's do it. Yeah, let me pull it up here. While I'm doing that, Dustin, why don't you tell our listeners about our good friends over at We Bleed Ohio?
Yeah, guys, We Bleed Ohio. If you want some cool t-shirts or some cool hoodies, go over to WeBleedOhio.com, click the football button, and go find your t-shirts there over at We Bleed Ohio.
There you go. All right, let me go ahead and share my screen. We're going to play a game of 17-0. If you didn't join us last week, this is a fun little game that David and I like to play. And basically, you're drafting a team. It's a lot of fun. And what's really cool about it is at the very end of it, it will actually tell you your results and where they project you to go. So,
David, for the record, David, have you ever beaten Allie? I don't think we.
Yeah, so we compete every night. We do it, and I'm sure there's been
we play it every night.
Okay.
I'm sure he has, but
I'm sure
really our goal is like, yeah, we compete amongst each other, but we don't like really keep a tally of who has the most wins and losses. Really, our goal is who can get 17-0. I've done it once.
By the way, Allie's done it once.
I've done it once.
Okay.
So plenty of 16-1s, but 17-0 is very difficult.
Listen to her team with this, though. Mahomes, Jahmyr Gibbs, Devon Achane, CeeDee Lamb, Puka Nacua, Harold Fannin, Brock Bowers, Eagles line, Broncos D, and Aaron Glenn at head coach. I took a picture of it.
Yeah. Which
was
I was kind of surprised by.
Was that your 17-0?
That was my 17-0 team. I was surprised by that. So, all right, let me share my screen. Can you guys see it? All right. Obviously, it's not pretty. There's ads. It's not great. But we're gonna do what we can here. So I'm going to ultimate. So who wants to go first? David, you're up.
I'll go first.
Threw one at you here. So again, there's no skips. You get who you get, and here's the one quarterback, two running back, two receivers, two tight ends, offensive line, defense, and head coach.
And this is the full defense, not a defensive player.
Defense, not a defensive player.
Yeah. Give me Cohen.
Right.
Cohen.
Yep. All right. I need to be better about announcing the team. All right, you get the Giants. Who are you taking here?
Give me their defense.
Defense, all right. All right. Next up, you have the Las Vegas Raiders.
All right, I'll take Bowers. Brock.
Yep. Brock Bowers. Okay. Now you have the New England Patriots.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go their offensive. I think we go their offensive.
Okay.
I'm gonna go Drake May. Give me Drake May. I'm gonna go
Drake May. Okay. All right. Don't forget, you could have gotten AJ Brown there as well. Like made the trade.
Yes.
All right.
Saquon.
Saquon. Okay. Oops. If I can type. So you need a running back, two receivers, a tight end, and an offensive line, and you have the Colts.
JT.
Jonathan Taylor. Okay. Two receivers, tight end, offensive line. Left, you get the Kansas City Chiefs.
Give me Kelsey.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. All right, you get the Carolina Panthers.
Tet.
Two receivers and an offensive line. You keep going, Tet. Okay. The Houston Texans.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Because they have just completely wrecked their offensive line the last two off seasons.
Yeah, they really have.
I mean, they did some draft work this year. But
you could take their defense, right?
No,
I just got O-line and receiver. So I could go Nico Collins or Texans offensive line. Give me their offensive line. I'm holding out for a bigger wide receiver.
Okay. All right. Let's see who you got here. Your last spin, you get the Denver Broncos. You go Jalen Waddle or Cortland Sutton.
Give me Sutton. I don't love it.
All right, David, you go
10-6.
13-4. Not terrible. Not bad. All right, Dustin, you're up. Are you ready?
Yep, and I might need some help because, as you know, I don't know all the different players. But let's go. Here we go.
All right. Tampa Bay. Where are you going with this? And of course, you need everything here, so you can go any which way you'd like.
I can go wide receiver here, right?
You can.
Evan's still on the team, right?
He's not.
Nope.
Oh,
he is a San Francisco 49er.
That's right. God, who are their wide receivers now?
You could go Emeka Ibuka, Chris Godwin.
Give me a Ibuka. I like that.
All right, Emeka Ibuka. All right. You have the New York Jets here.
Jeez.
Yeah, it's a tough one to get.
Boy, oh boy.
That's never a lot of fun.
You know what's funny? I'm gonna pull an alley here from last week. Did you not take their coach? I believe
I did. Yeah, take Aaron Glenn.
I'm gonna take Aaron Glenn.
Honestly, I think if you get the Jets between Aaron Glenn and Breece Hall, that's the only two moves outside of Garrett Wilson, maybe. But all right, you get the Colts, the Indianapolis Colts.
And I can't take anybody that David's taking.
No, you can. Yeah, this is totally different now. You can take
Taylor.
Yep.
So give me Taylor.
Yep, Jonathan Taylor. Yep. It totally refreshes for each.
Okay, I didn't know if. Okay, I'm following you.
Yep. All right. Philly.
Give me their. I can take a defense, right? It's the entire defense. Yeah. Give me the defense for
All
that.
Right. I'm surprised you didn't take Saquon there.
Yeah.
All right. The Pittsburgh Steelers. You need a quarterback, a running back, a receiver, tight end, or 2 tight ends in their offensive line.
Give me DK Metcalf here for wide receiver.
All right. Next up, you get the Seattle Seahawks.
Give me quarterback here.
All right, on Sam Darnold. All right, need a running back, 2 tight ends, and an offensive line, and you get the Arizona Cardinals.
Running back.
Yeah, you can take their offensive line. You can go.
I'm gonna go offensive line. Like that's.
All right.
That's a terrible.
All right, I think I probably would have gone Trey McBride there. All right, you've got Buffalo Bills. You need either a tight end or a running back here. You know, Dalton Kincaid, Dawson Knox, or James Cook.
Who's their tight end again?
You can go Dalton Kincaid or Dawson Knox.
Kincaid.
Right?
Give me Kincaid. Yeah. Give me Kincaid.
All right, your running back and tight end left, and you get the Washington Commanders. So you could go Zach Ertz. You could go JCM. Probably go Ertz here, I think.
I'm going to go Ertz here, yep.
Yeah.
That's going to leave me. Here we go.
Ertz. All right, and your running back is, let's see here, the Cleveland Browns. You get Quinshon.
All right, give me Quinshon.
I'd rather have Dylan Sampson, but I'm assuming Quinshon here.
Yep, all right.
All right, Dustin, you went 9-8.
Ooh.
Tough.
Oh, man.
Hey,
that
I
is
made the
tough.
playoffs.
Tough time. All right, I'll go now. And I remember last week, I need to be better about announcing the teams. All right, I get the Giants. Don't love it. Don't hate it. I really, I'm going to go Harbaugh, I think. All right, next up here, I get the Arizona Cardinals. I'm going to go Trey McBride. Next up,
David, you went 13-4, right? 13-4.
Yes.
the Miami Dolphins. I'll go A-Chain. I mean, Dolphins are another tough one to get. It's just A-Chain, only one there. Colts will go Jonathan Taylor. All right, let's see who's up next. The Rams. So, do I go Puka or do I go Matt Stafford? I'm going to go Puka, I think. Puka Nacua here. My receivers. So. Quarterback, receiver, tight end, offensive line, and defense. I get Tampa Bay. You know what? I'll take their offensive line. I think that's fine. Decently average, probably. All right. I get the Buffalo Bills. I need a quarterback, so give me Josh Allen.
You have a good team.
Receiver, a tight end, and a defense. AJ Brown, Hunter Henry, or Patriots defense. Honest to God, I'm going to hold out for a better receiver. Give me their defense. I can live with that. So I get the all right. I'm going to go Kittle. I get the Niners here. I'm going to go George Kittle at tight end. Yeah. If it paid off to hold out for a receiver because I get the Houston Texans, we'll go Nico. That's fine. I can live with that. So I just have to beat 13-4, and I went 16.
Oh, jeez. Crushed it. She's so good at this. Oh, my gosh.
Here's the deal with this game. Quarterback matters. You've got to get
so methodical when she goes through this. She's like, no, okay, we're going this way.
Well,
I'm going to hold out for a wide receiver.
Just like with your fantasy draft, like some players have better value, and you don't want to just take any quarterback. That is for sure. With this one, you've got to.
From this game, quarterback matters the most in this game.
Yes, absolutely. And really, there's like 3 or 4 quarterbacks, and then I think there's a pretty good drop off in terms of how they analyze their points.
That's an addicting game. Yep. I see why you guys play it every night.
It's a lot of fun. Actually, we'll have to do this maybe next week. They have a like the GOAT version where you can. How is it, David? It's like all time.
Best season. So any player, any season, all time. So
for NFL.
So think like Chris Johnson. Think like Julio.
So. Speaking of Chris Johnson, just terrible news. His diagnosis. I mean, it's just awful to see. So our prayers out to his family, him and his family. That's just horrible. Yeah. Guys, did we do it all? Did we cover everything? I think we did.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Got Yeah, I mean, we're 2 weeks. This is the dead period, by the way. Let's wish everybody a happy 4th of July, right? America is 250 years old. That's a significant thing. That's crazy, but it's 250th anniversary of the country. So, of course, David, thank you for your service, obviously. So, being in the Navy as you are. So, appreciate that.
He is. All right, guys, let's wrap it up. We appreciate you. Stay safe, stay healthy, and as always, Browns fans, go Browns.
Go Browns.